I give her everything and tenderly. Hello. Hi, Jason. How you doing? I was just singing. I don't know if you could hear me. Yeah, I was singing, asking my guides what the class is going to be about. And wait, it says we're not live yet. We got 40 seconds. Oh, we are live. Okay, we are. Mercury retrograde. Oh, I just got a splash of tea up my nose. Okay. That was fun. Okay. Um, love your singing voice. Thank you. Um, I was hearing that song. I was asking the guides what this class is about. And I am getting things with relationships, but I was hearing that, but this can also be spiritual love, not romantic love. I was hearing an old Beatles song, probably before your time. Um, I give her everything and tenderly, and I love her. It's about your guides, how our guides love us. Um, yeah. So let's see who else is coming on. We're going to look at our heart chakras today and how we're loving ourselves and connect with our guides. And a new guide, or it's not really a new guide, but she made herself known to me. I believe I've had this guide for a long time, but her name is Omega, and she is the moon goddess connected with wolves. So I know I've been connected with wolves, and I always see wolf a wolf guide around me. But she let me know it's me and I'm Omega, and I'm like, oh, okay, because I remember past lives in Babylonian and Sumerian times, and I work with a goddess Ishtar, who's the goddess of love and war, believe it or not. Or I thought, oh, that's not cool, love war, but uh, you can be fighting a war for peace or war for protection, like Ukraine is. But so yeah, so she came in. Oh, there's energy and orbs flying around in here. Let's ground this space. A lot of energy. Hi, Christina. Oh, from Sweden, you made it on. Oh, look, I want to give you a quick little reading healing in case you get knocked off again, because I felt so bad that you didn't get to stay on my free workshop. You were in my free workshop. A song that I haven't had much bread for decades. It was Starlight Express. A song I haven't had much bread, bead for decades. What? Things happen. Okay, yeah. Thanks for understanding. Yeah, let's give you a little card reading because you're in Sweden. Let's give you a little card reading. Let's check your heart because we're going to be looking. Hi, David. Good to see you. We're looking at people's heart chakras today, how you're loving yourselves, your guides love you. Um, Heard for decades. Okay. So let's look at your heart chakra because Christina is in Sweden and she got knocked out of my class. And so I want to just do a little something in case she gets knocked off again. So I'm just going to work with her first. So I'm going to do the pendulum here. So the pendulum, I teach this in one of my classes. And you can do it at home too. You get a pendulum, develop a relationship with a pendulum. You hold it, you ask it. Some people ask questions, and you can do that, but you have to be careful with that. You have to be really grounded and working with guides that you trust because it's easy to get answers that you want, right? But I put it in front of a chakra and ask it to show me if the chakra is moving in clockwise, which is the correct direction, and how big the chakra is. So some healers and people have huge open hearts. I'm like, when they're like so sensitive, I'm like, wow, you maybe need to tone it down a little bit. And some people feel blocked and their heart chakra is closed because when we get hurt, emotionally hurt, our heart chakra can close down. So every child, every baby is born with their heart open, but we learn from other people because we usually match our parents or society, and then the heart chakra closes down, or we get hurt, and then we decide, well, nobody's ever going to get in there again. So I'm going to hold up the for Christina and look at your heart chakra. So I'm going to ask the pendulum to show me your heart chakra. Okay. Oh, whoops. 2. There's a pattern. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Yeah, you got something going on there. See, so let me show you my heart chakra. I'm going to open it really big and send you samadhi and send you love, which is samadhi is a way of sending long distance energy. It's a Indian, not Native American, but Indian. I'm going to open my heart really big. Show me my heart chakra. Woo! And let me tune it down. Okay. That looks about right. Okay. All right. So, yeah, it's kind of like going, wow, what'd you just do? Because sometimes energy moves very quickly, but the body sometimes takes a little time to catch up. But okay, so let's look at your heart chakra has a pattern. So when I look at your heart chakra, Christina, I'm feeling like something comes down. Like here's the heart chakra, and I feel a hammer comes down. This is energy. It's not physical. The heart chakra is in the center of your chest. Okay, in case anybody didn't know. It's like I feel like you're working on it. I'm hearing a song. I'm working on something. Okay, so it looks like you have some agreements. It could be with men or your father, because I feel like you're clearing energy from your heart chakra or past relationships maybe that didn't feed you or didn't go well, where you didn't feel loved or honored, and it could be your father. But it looks like you have some karmic agreements that you're working out in your heart chakra. Let's pull a couple cards for you. Oh, you have unique gifts. So see this being here with the heart, that's the heart chakra there, right there. So we want to help you open your heart chakra so that you can open your gifts, because when the heart is open, the life opens. Your clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient gifts open. It feels like something emotional. This is Jaguar. This is about the second chakra. So they're telling me we need to go down to the second chakra. And there may be something with, childhood that happened with you. Surrender to spirit. Okay. So they're saying to turn this situation over, let spirit work magic. So we can shift the energy, but then you're going to be processing it in your life. I'm going to just say hello and look at your second chakra. And your second chakra is below the belly button. It's your emotions, your inner child, romance, creativity. Let's look at your second chakra. So I'm picking up some loss here. See how the second chakra is not rotating at all? What is happening? Okay, and so don't get freaked out if your chakras aren't rotating properly, because we all have energy in our space. It's not who we are. It's just who you are is pure divine love and light. There's nothing wrong with you. But we have energy here that's affecting us. So I'm not making a comment about, well, these people are open and those people are not. It's not like that. It's just sometimes people who are more spiritually advanced or who are more sensitive tend to have more energy in their space. So that could be it, So don't think there's something wrong with you. We just want to, look, be objective and look so that we can, like if you had a baby or a child that was crying or having a temper tantrum, you would look at the child and hold the child to see like, okay, what is going on? It isn't about judging the child. Well, you shouldn't be crying or something. It's just, you see what I'm saying? So let's say hello to your second chakra. Yeah, sometimes just saying hello. Let's do a meditation. We'll do a meditation to open up and clear the chakras. We'll just say hello to your second chakra. Usually second chakra is an orange light, about maybe so big. And your belly button, you're just letting go of some energy there. So second chakra is about inner child, amusement. You might want to have more fun in your life, okay? Second chakra governs kidneys, bladder, ovaries, testes. They're saying to simplify your life, okay? And you get nature. So spending time in nature is a really good way to open your chakras. Some sunlight. This is a time to absorb healing properties of nature. Your mind, body, and soul need nourishment, energy, revitalizing, and strength. Nature has much to offer. So take time to connect and spend quality time outdoors. So here you see some bright yellow light. Okay, so they're saying to connect with nature. So we'll do a meditation. And if you get, sorry, I dropped my pen. If you get kicked off for some reason, you can listen to the rebroadcast because you are a member. Okay? So you're going to be focusing on the second and the heart chakra. Okay? And my dog just opened the door. Close the door when you leave. Come back and close the door. Okay, Jason, how you doing? I'm let's see your heart chakra. We got a small little class today. That's cool. People are outside doing stuff, I guess. And this will work if you watch in rebroadcast. Okay, so Jason, let's check your heart chakra. Look at how open you are. I'd say you're almost too open. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Okay, you are really open, heart chakra. Hi, Nikki. We're checking chakras. We're going to be doing healing. Welcome to Heal Yourself. Okay. Well, welcome to the members. Welcome to the group. Okay. So, Jason, your heart chakra is really open. I just want to check because you want to have them basically uniform, the 7 major chakras that are in front of the spine. Let's look at your first chakra. Well, I think that's because you're moving. You got something going on there. So you might want to focus on your first chakra. That can be because you're moving. It's your grounding. What you have. Okay. Let's look at your second chakra, Jason. Yeah, you've got a pattern. And so it's good when we notice a pattern because then we can clear it. Huh. Interesting. Let's look at your third. Okay, so that feels good. See how that feels good? It's not huge, but it's just right. It feels strong. Okay, so I'm going to say your third chakra, that's your daily practice, your self-esteem, your general health, your digestive tract. Okay, so far today, it looks okay. We saw the heart was way open. Let's look at your fifth chakra. Okay, that looks good. Look, matching the third. It feels strong. It feels good. So this is communication, judgment. I feel like you're a person that's not judgmental at all. And I actually feel like you're a pretty good communicator. You know when to be quiet and you know when to speak. And your fifth chakra, look, I mean, we can always go in and we're just looking at the general direction of the chakra. There may be other things we need to go in and check. But this looks, is a general diagnosing, looks good. Let's try your third eye, your sixth chakra. So you see, there's that pattern again. Is this pattern, I'm asking, is this pattern the same as the first and second? No, this is a different pattern, okay? Are the first and second the same pattern? Yes. This pattern feels like, does he leave his body? I feel like you're kind of, when you don't want to see something, or it's like an old habit or something, it's like you're leaving. You're leaving your body or you're closing it. I see a male energy. Is that a guide? Is that a spirit? Yeah, you've got some kind of energy affecting your third eye. And the first and second chakra look like, let's go back and look at those. Why were those in a pattern? I feel like it has something to do with money. There's no big surprise. The romance it feels financial, okay. And I know you might be moving or something like that, so those are issues. But let's look at your crown chakra. You never want to have an issue up here on your crown chakra, because if you do, we need to clear it right away. It's like, this is your connection to source, creator, higher self, what you call God, goddess. Okay. All right. So right now, Christina says, right now I'm working on healing my inner child. Wow. This is right. Perfect. This is perfect for you. Okay. So let's go back and check Jason. I'm checking all your chakras. Jason is a regular. He's always here. Since there's not very many people here, I have a little bit more time to work a little bit more, do a little bit more than just a quick, thing. So seventh chakra for Jason. Oh, good. Thank God. That looks good. There you go. That's your spirituality, your everything. Okay. Some schools don't even let you do the second chakra. I mean, the seventh chakra, because they don't want to mess with it. That's how important it is. It's everything. And so, but I'm like, yeah, we're not going to do that. You need to own your seventh chakra. And that is important for you. Okay. So I feel like, I'll explain what we're going to do when we do the chakra healing. We're just going to go in there and we're going to have the guides come in and correct the chakra. Okay. And let's look at David now. Let's look at your heart chakra, David. It feels like sometimes it's really open when you're like happy or something. And then like old stuff comes up for you, and then it's like not feeling too good, not feeling loved or something. And because I know what's going on with you, David, I'm going to check your first chakra. That's the skeletal system, and the second chakra, because that is bladder, kidney area, testes. Okay, let's look at your first chakra. Okay, so I feel like it's a little wobbly and it's trying to take up the earth energy, but it's kind of like not completely. Okay, so with you, David, we want to focus on connecting with the earth. You might get more energy if you go out and stand barefoot on the earth, or sit on the earth. When people are tired, I'm like, go lay on the ground for 20 minutes. Your energy will come back. But I feel like we really want to focus on that earth energy coming up. And for people who haven't read my book or seen this picture, I'll show you a picture of a grounding cord here, of a person with your grounding cord, the chakra system here. So this is the center, the energy center in the center of the planet. And then the grounding cord comes up through your feet and into your tailbone. This is the central channel. Sorry, it's hard to point. Central channel. And then the divine light coming in from above, coming down. Okay. So with you, David, we really want to connect to the earth energy. And for some people, if they didn't have a strong connection with their mother or the earth, you won't have as much earth energy coming up. And we're not taught to. We put on rubber soles, we turn on computers, we go inside, and we're not really connecting with the earth. And so I think it's just, we really want to clear that up and let that earth energy come in and open up those chakras for you, healing your bones, the cartilage. And let's look at the second chakra. I think we just did that. Sorry. With the second chakra, did we do that? Let's look. I can't remember now. I'm channeling. Okay, so second chakra for David. Oh, no, we didn't do it because I did not see this. See that? Yeah. So this is your emotional center. So a body that is stressed emotionally, you can take all the vitamins or do all the healings, whatever, but you gotta like clear your emotions or get more neutral. How you get more neutral would be to come up into your sixth chakra here, so you can observe your feelings, not judge your feelings, but observe your feelings and then decide like, or look at like, what do I do with that? Or sometimes it can just be allowing yourself to have the feeling, but not judging yourself or observing yourself. And kind of like you were looking at somebody else, like what do I think that person needs? So, yeah, so the second chakra is big. Let's look at your David third chakra. Okay, you got some stuff going on there. Okay, let's look. Did we look at your fourth? Yeah, I think there's something. Yeah, there's something. It's going forward when you're feeling good. Yeah, we did. We looked at it. When you're feeling good and loving, it's working good. You forgot to close the door, hon. Sorry. And then when you're not, it starts going backwards, or just like it's kind of like in this back and forth thing. I feel like the forward, it's all the work you've done and loving yourself and connecting. but there's still some other stuff that you're clearing, like most of us here. Okay. And then let's look at, I'm doing all the chakras. I wasn't going to do this, but since not a lot of people are getting on, we're having time to look, as long as not a lot of other people. Hi, Mindy. We'll check yours and we'll go back and look at Christina's other chakras. Is Nikki a separate person? Are you, because they both say heal yourself and you're green. So is Nikki a separate person from Christina? I think you are. I don't know why you both have heal yourself there. So I don't know. Okay. All right. So let's look at David. Look at your fifth. Yes, you're a separate person. Okay. There's your fifth. I feel like that's pretty good. So you're good at communicating. And sometimes I feel like you might judge yourself or something. Or feel like people, maybe your family judged you. Okay. You might be dealing with a lot of people who are throwing pictures at you because, you know, when you're doing spiritual work, if you're attracted to this, you're different than other people. And they kind of know that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're the same person. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you for clearing that up. Okay. Christina and Nikki are the same person. Okay. Either you can't get on or there's double mess things. Okay. Now we are separate. Okay. That's funny. But I'll check your other chakras. So David, sixth chakra. So this looks like your sixth chakra is pretty open. And you've been in enough classes with me, so I think that's helped you to be, this is ability to be the observer. You're really strong here, actually. Sometimes people have more of an open third eye than they realize because you can visualize things, or you might see in dreams, or you might be able to, like I said, visualize something. And that's actually sixth chakra, clairvoyant seeing. Just because you don't have an angel standing in front of you in real time doesn't mean you're not clairvoyant. A lot of times men can develop clairvoyance pretty easily because they're more visual. And so your sixth chakra looks good. And let's look at your crown chakra. And sometimes people who are very spiritual have more nice, open, higher chakras. See, so there it is. Your seventh chakra, very open and looks good. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to keep, so we had heart. I think there was a little something going on with your fifth, David, but definitely the first and the second chakra. We're going to bring up that earth energy, and we're going to ask the guides once again to come in and give you a healing on that. Okay? Oh, okay. So so does Nikki need a separate reading? I don't understand. Is this, Nikki's a different person, right? Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, the energy feels different. Now that I feel into you, it feels different. Sometimes I need a physical validation of what I'm doing. Okay. So we're going to look at Mindy and Nikki, but let's go back to Christina. And let's look at Christina. Let's look at your first chakra. This is what you have in the physical world and being grounded. You look pretty grounded. Okay, that looks okay. Sometimes it's a little wobbly, but then it goes back to being okay. Let's look at your, do we look at your third? So your third chakra looks, Good. This is self-esteem, daily practice, general health. It's sometimes it's a little wobbly, but then it goes back to being. I'm going to say your first and third are okay-ish, pretty good-ish. Okay, the ish is like, yeah, there's a little wobble. Let's look at your fifth chakra, Christina. This is communication, judgment. I mean, that looks really nice. Your sixth chakra. See, once again, people who are very spiritual don't usually have trouble with the higher chakras so much. This is being objective, being neutral. Your seventh chakra, your spirituality. You see that? Yeah, okay. So, if I didn't mention, this is in my book, and I'm going to teach this also in my classes. So the first chakra is your bones, your blood, cartilage, adrenals, and large intestine. Basically, so I'm telling you the emotional components, but I'm going to go over what organs they govern physically. Second chakra is kidneys, bladder, ovaries, testes. Third chakra is all your digestive organ, liver, spleen, pancreas. Now, actually, the spleen has a different chakra over on the side. So not really the spleen, sorry about that. But it is small intestine, liver, duodenum, pancreas, okay? Heart chakra, immune system, lungs, and physical heart. Fifth chakra, thyroid, sinuses, teeth. Sixth chakra, hypothalamus, pineal, pituitary glands, so your brain. And then seventh chakra, everything, okay? Yeah, so let's go to Mindy. And you came in maybe a little bit late. We started looking at the heart chakra, but since there aren't very many people here, I have time to look at everybody's chakra, and then we're going to do a healing. Okay, so Mindy, we'll look at your first chakra. And that looks good. Well, you might have a little trouble sometimes, but then it corrects. So there's an issue. Sorry. So sometimes we don't even need to know what it is to correct it. We feel better when it's corrected. And it isn't always a good idea to get into the minutia of everything. It's just, I want to feel better. I want to be healthy. I mean, we don't need to know what that is, but let's look. What does that mean? So I feel like you're going up, you're walking up steps, and then you go back down. So I don't know if you have that pattern in your life where I feel like I'm getting better, and then for some reason I get knocked back down. So that can be like, and I'm speaking as a shaman, so don't get freaked out. If I talked about beings, or it's not really a ghost or a demon. It's just like we all have thought patterns or family patterns of thinking, way of thinking and feeling or frequency, where you're going up and then you go, no, you got to go down. And so I feel like there's something there that stops you from that forward motion in the first chakra. Okay. So that's what we're just going to call in Archangel Michael. We'll call in Omega. We'll call in Mary Magdalena. You can call in your own guides to help you clear that energy. Okay. So second chakra for Mindy. Remember, emotions, kidney, bladder. Okay, there's something there too. It's like it's the same thing. It's like I'm going good, and then something bothers me or something pushes me back down. Now, you may think, like, what does that mean? Don't get like hung up or freaked out about anything I tell you. Just like we're just looking at energy. And with energy, you just want to clear it. If it's not functioning properly, it's not your energy. And you can just use your intention, and we're going to do the healing to just like clear it. Okay? And then you'll be processing that in your life. Okay, I need to remember to breathe here. Okay, so see, when I talk about that, the energy gets scared, like, don't see me, don't know I'm here. You have a medical problem, you need to go get a pill. Huh? I don't think so. That's what the energy's saying. But here we're doing actual healing. Okay? Okay. So, and doesn't mean you shouldn't of course, go to your doctor and get checked and take your medicine and all that. But I'm saying this is looking at energy. It's a different way of looking at things. So Mindy, third chakra. What's going good? I feel like you have like a determination to do things. Look at that. That's good. Okay, your fourth chakra. Hi, Donna. We'll be right with you. Your fourth chakra, it looks pretty even and balanced. That's good. So remember, Jason, your heart was too open. So what we want to do is tone it down a little bit so you'll feel better. You won't be so empathically picking up everything. Some gurus and healers can do that, open up their chakras, their heart chakras really big. You may have done that in a past life, but I don't suggest you just walk around doing that. And if you do it, you need to prepare yourself by praying and meditating and saging and using salt or whatever you do, crystals, and then afterwards cleanse yourself and bring it back down. But you wouldn't want to walk around all the time with your heart that open. It's just you're too open. Okay? Which is fine. You're young and healthy, so it's fine, but it's just better to be in balance, okay? And later it could develop into an issue, even a health issue if it's left open too much. You might just start absorbing everybody's stuff and then not feel well, so that's not good. So you don't want it too open. A lot of healers, you're a natural healer, Jason, so a lot of healers or readers have their heart like way open. And let's just tone it down a little bit. It's a good idea. No big whoops, just a good idea. Okay, where were we with Nikki? We were on your fifth. Mindy, sorry, Mindy. Okay, good. 6. See, your chakras look pretty balanced, Mindy. And 7. Good. Okay. Well, sometimes your 7th chakra, I think it's opening. I think you're going through a bit of an awakening. It's like your 7th chakra is a little bit more open. Sometimes it wobbles a little bit, but I think that's because you're going through an awakening. Okay. And it's kind of opening up more. All right. So let's do Nikki and then Donna. So we're checking chakras. If you're on here and you haven't said something, I don't know you're here. And so you need to speak up. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay. All right. So let's do Nikki. Let's check your first chakra. Good. And I feel like you're a very loving person, Nikki, like a lot of people here. Second chakra. Mommy, I think you're healing something, okay? You're healing something in your second chakra, your emotional center. I feel like your inner child needs, that's why we have these powerful female energies coming in, Omega, Mary Magdalene. These are healing. I usually use Mother Mary for inner child work because she's a very she's good with younger children, so you can call her in. I usually see her as a sky blue, where Magdalena is more of a magenta, and Omega is purple. And then we have Archangel Michael, which is a lighter purple with gold for me. Usually, I can just feel the difference when I work with them. Okay, and I'll be doing all these angels in my angel class and explaining how to work with them and what their vibration is and all that. Okay, so I just noticed my dog put his nose in the salt circle, and now you're sleeping next to it. Okay, he doesn't care. All right. I think he wants a prayer. Okay. Okay. Where were we? Let's do Donna. Sure. You're welcome, Mindy. Okay, so Donna, your first chakra. So you got something going on there. I feel like you're they're talking about how much you're working, and we've talked about this before, Donna, and also worrying about that. That's usually worry is usually over in the spleen chakra, which we're not really checking today. The splenic chakra is behind the left breast, and it's smaller, it's rainbow colored, and it usually is about worry or sugar. And I'm a person that thinks that only a few people can have a little bit of sugar. Most people should not be on sugar. So I also, if you wanted to email me, Donna, I have some supplements that are homeopathic remedy that might be good. We are working together, Donna, and we still have another appointment. But if you want some homeopathic remedy, I have something that might help you. So you can email me about that. Okay, so and that might be what's going on here is a little bit of joint stiffness in the first chakra. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Okay, second chakra, emotion, bladder, kidney. That looks okay. Third chakra. So it looks like there's some health issues in the third chakra. So that needs help. So what we're going to do is call the guides and angels in and let them just give you naturally what is the right amount for you. We're not going to be on push or forcing anything. And if we can check again next week if your chakras have corrected, or you can use a pendulum yourself. Or you can watch this again and then or just, you don't need to watch it again. I don't really like watching videos over again because it's almost like you're going backwards in time to something that already happened. Okay, but you'll know how to do this of just gently bringing in your angels to give you a healing. Okay, so did we do fourth for Donna? So you're a very loving person. Look at how open your heart is. Okay. Any more, and I'd say it's too open. Okay. That's very nice. Fifth. You might have something going on with your thyroid. Make sure you're taking iodine if you can, or a thyroid supplement, or something from your doctor. Okay. And also maybe feel like you can't communicate. We're going through Mercury retrograde, so there can be communication issues now. Your sixth chakra, Donna. So you're very open-minded, and you can be very neutral. That's good. And your seventh chakra. Ooh, good. I'm glad we got no 7th chakra problems in this group. That's good. All right. So now we're going to do a gentle little effective healing. And then I'll pull some cards. Okay? So go ahead and let's close our eyes. And this time when we breathe into the count of 6, I'd like you to exhale to the count of 6 or 8 through your mouth open. Again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And one more time, please. And you can continue that breathing if you feel comfortable with it. Certainly do inhale through your nose. So when you exhale with an open mouth, you're detoxing, you're letting all the old energy out. And let's call in the guides and angels. Your guides and angels, Mary Magdalene, Archangel Michael, Omega, and let's say hello to the earth energy coming up your grounding cord. Kind of just feel, if you don't get a sense of that, just feel your feet and your tailbone. Kind of just let yourself drop into your body and breathe. And let the angels and guides clear your grounding cord out. You might need to first put it on release and clear any blocks. I like to let the blocks go down the outside, like a toilet flushing and it's spinning around and it's spinning down the outside. And then let that earth energy come in from the center of the planet in through the center of the grounding cord and start to heal and activate your chakras. Let it move through your body. Your higher self and your guides and angels know what to do. So just breathe and allow it to happen. Let that earth energy move through your body, fountaining out the top of your head. Good, and some of it moving through your arms and hands. Let it give your aura a light shower. Good. And now let's say hello to the cosmic energy, that light coming in from above, healing your body, illuminating your body, correcting your chakras, clearing any old thought patterns, cords, obstructions, emotions, pain, unconscious energy, inflammation out of your body. And just let the guides and angels work with you, just breathing and relaxing. And your intention is also very powerful. I intend to release any patterns that cause dysfunction in my body or chakras and fill myself with I am open to receive peace, healing, light, and love. And let's send love to our bodies. Thank you for healing my emotions, my body, my spirit. Thank your guides and the angels. Let's take a few relaxing deep breaths. I know it feels very good to stay in there, and now that you know where this place is, you can come back. You can do this a couple times a week if you'd like. If you're feeling really strong and healthy, you can do it more. If you start to feel a little tired, you might just need more rest. Because bodies take time to heal. You also may need support from herbs or diet or even medical support. And journaling is a very good way, if you don't have somebody to talk to, journaling what's going on to kind of just process the energy and get it out. Okay? So let's go ahead and open our eyes now. And does anybody want to share about that? You're fine if you want to. You don't have to. I'm going to start pulling cards out of the interest of time because I did a lot of talking and we're going on almost an hour now. We're headed up to an hour. Okay, so I pulled cards for a couple people. David, be your own best friend. This is dog. Be loyal and be your own best friend. Loyal to yourself. And this is a card, Eight of Thought. Refuse to be stuck in a situation. It's just energy. Allow yourself to become unstuck. And then manifest your dreams. You're ready to go. There's no additional preparation needed. Take the first steps towards changes you desire. Even if they're small steps, notice signs that guide you in the right direction, as well as resources, support that miraculously appear. Like when you're going through an awakening or when you're manifesting, when you're I always see a feather. I'm like, thank you, I'm on the right path. Or I'll see the same time on a clock a lot, or I'll start hearing a song a lot, or I'll think about something and then it'll happen. I'll get a chill. So there are ways, or animals will come close by, birds. So there are ways, those are ways that I know that I'm on the right track. Okay? So that's what I'm getting for you, David. And I pulled cards for Nikki. Blessed change. Thank you you're welcome, David. Blessed change is coming for you, Nikki. These are the mermaids. A blessed change. Major life changes bring great blessings. You're not alone. This is the footprints prayer. Even though it may feel like, where's my support? Your guides love you. And we all have guides that love us and are here for us. So it may feel like we're alone, but we're not. Okay? You may even have family on the other side, Nikki, helping you. Everyone does have at least two family members, unless you really didn't get along with your family. Then it might be a distant relative. I'm like, my relatives, I'm like, yeah, you could just kind of, it's like, it's okay. You don't need to be here helping me. Because, like, my dad would come in. He's the one I got along with best. But he would always tell me when he was alive, you should have gotten a Mac. Why did you get a wrong type of computer? And he's still saying that. And I'm like, I already tried the Apple. I don't work with the Apple. It doesn't work for me. Thanks for the advice. So they have an agenda over there. They still kind of can be the same way they were when they were here. And I'm like, thanks, but no thanks. I don't need an Apple computer, okay? So here's Nikki. Everything's in divine timing for your manifesting, okay? Oh, rightly. And let's do Donna, your cards. You're welcome, Nikki. Donna, I love this group. It's such a cute little fun group, and we get to go dive deep, but we also have fun. Okay. Donna, look inside yourself. And I feel like that's what you've been doing as a soul. I feel like you're really doing some good work. It's hard. When we get older, it's harder to do this deep work because we've been in the old energy for so long. But you are looking inside yourself. So good job. And pause. Oh, it still feels like you need more pause. You need to take it easy. You need a lot of rest and relaxation. So trust yourself when you feel like you need a pause. Okay? There's also flowers here. I feel like you said something about lilacs last time. This has flowers, maybe jasmine or flowers. I feel like being around herbs and flowers are really helping you now. Okay? And then, Donna, you have surrender to non-action. Oh my God. Like, I feel like this little class here every other week is enough for you. And we have I think you're in my angel class. That's going to be a really nice healing class for you. And so I feel like with that, you don't need any more personal sessions right now, or to be like watching things over or doing things again, or, just trust it. So now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. And also don't chase after people. Let people come to you. Wow. And I mean, when you're ready, you can contact me for your other session. I'm not saying that. But they're just saying, like, you need some time by yourself. Okay? Now, who do we have? Who didn't we do? Mindy? Did we do your cards, Mindy? Mindy, the cards are amazing. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Donna. Mindy, love and light. Your purpose is to bring divine light and love to this world. Okay? There's the angel. I see you around the heart. Your purpose is to bring divine light. And sometimes just being here in your beautiful energy that's conscious is helping to shift the consciousness of the planet. You don't need to be out there, chasing people down the street trying to heal them or something. I know that's silly. I didn't mean that. Oh, Jason, thank you. Thanks for reminding me. My gosh. Okay. All right. Mindy, from scratch. Do you cook? But I feel like this is more like that bright light, bringing the light into your chakras. Because remember, a lot of your chakras look pretty balanced. There's just some that are a little out of balance. And these can be cords or energy beings coming in that are healing. And so when you do this work, trust that the right energy is coming in and the energy that's not meant for you is leaving, because that's your intention and that's what your guides are doing. And then, Mindy, focus on divine and perfect health. This is Archangel Michael. And he says, focus on divine and perfect health. Okay, yeah, you got your cards earlier. Okay, Jason, you have the old-fashioned angels here. Jason, 3 of action. Things are working out beautifully. Now that your ship has come in, it's time to decide what your next big project will be. You may choose to continue to build upon your success or move in an entirely new, different direction. Be willing to travel if necessary. That might mean short little trips around town, but see the water? I feel like you have a connection to water. And so this is what you're working on, creating things, either improving on what you've done or going in a different direction, okay? So in Mercury retrograde, when we're doing things, we might get a better idea of how to do something even better. That's what the Mercury retrograde does. Even though it feels like maybe things aren't coming together like you thought they would, and then you have to redo them, you get a better result when you redo them, or you review it, or you think about a different direction. So that's what you're working on as a soul. And then the action to take is soul solitude. Your soul, you got 2 for this one. So 2 action steps. Soul solitude. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise that's outside in the world, but find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place of soul solitude. This is a time to pause, to reflect, a time for you. So Mercury retrograde is a good time to take you time to pause and reflect. And then light. Imagine yourself as being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time to remember how vibrant you truly are. So I feel like this card is asking you to take some time for yourself, because when you're quiet and you're alone, and this is for everybody, your energy recharges. And then you can come forward to do things and you're full of bright light and you're ready to do it, and it'll just come together because the energy is there for you, okay? So then you have Jesus coming in. Oh, 2 Jesus cards. Okay? Knock and it shall be open to you. So ask for what you want. Ask for what you want. Go ahead and give it a try. That's what this card is saying. And take no thought for the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought. Okay. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things itself. Okay? So you don't have to worry about tomorrow. They're saying not to, this is about your thoughts. For the morrow shall take thought for the things itself. Okay? I feel like there's walking around water, connecting with water. And when we try to plan and think things out, and this is for all of us, sometimes we just need to get quiet and let spirit come in and resolve things. And sometimes it doesn't happen when we think it should be happening. It happens in spiritual time. And sometimes it isn't what we think needs to happen. But it is the right thing to happen. Like when I was getting ready to sell this house and move, and the light, the purple, remember you saw the lavender light and it said to stay? And I was like, okay. And I went through this whole big thing and I tried this and that. And every time I would say, well, what about this? They would say, well, that's okay. Look at that or try it, but that's not what you want to do. And I'd be like, why don't you just tell me? Because I wanted the answer. I'm like, why don't you just tell me? But I needed to go through these different steps because everything that I did gave me more information for what I was doing. And I stubbornly wanted to force my will on what I wanted instead of allowing spirit to come in and assist me. And I'm so glad I've learned to listen to my guidance, because it always takes me to the best place. When I think it should be better, it should be different and happen faster. And so one more card for you, Jason. they just told me. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying each moment fully. So being in the moment, okay? And that's for all of us. So let's spend some quiet time. We have a lot of people, we're coming into the new moon, so you'll be starting new things. We're coming up to Sunday, maybe a quiet day, the weekend, where you can have some time for yourself. So you can kind of recharge your energy from this healing today and start your new week or the new moon, whenever that is, on a really nice energy vibration. Okay? So, because another way of healing yourself is just to enter quiet, to have alone time. And then all the kind of noise and all the energy just kind of goes away, and you get kind of like, you get clear, and then you'll be like, oh, okay. And then you know what the guidance is. Okay. So that's a good way. And sometimes when we're alone, we think, well, I'm going to be lonely or something. I used to think that. Now I think, I was desperate not to, like, oh no one's calling me. Because I didn't have a babysitter. And so I had to kind of grow up my own inner child and be there for myself. And now I embrace time alone. It's like a gift. And it's so healing to have quiet, to have downtime, especially in this energy when everything is moving really fast. And it's like one thing after the other, it just really fast energies. But you don't have to be in that. You can say, okay, and then sometimes when you take your phone off the hook or you get offline, I'll be like, I wonder if someone emailed me. Who is that? Why is my phone dinging? But I'd be like, no, this is my time. And they're all going to be there when you're done being quiet. And, or sometimes people will have an emergency, like especially with people close to you, because they sense like she's doing something different. Why isn't he calling me? Why isn't he tracking me? Even if you're in a relationship, you can say, I'm just taking a quiet day today. I'll call you, Monday, okay? It's nothing about them, or you're not taking space, It's just like, I just need some downtime. You can say, my teacher told me I need downtime of quiet for, whatever, to recharge my energy. So, because then a lot of times when you do that, people will be like, what are they doing? They don't even consciously realize they're doing that, but all of a sudden they'll be like, oh, I have because I used to do that. And then I would get like phone calls. Oh, it's an emergency. I need you to come over. I'm like, what? And then I'd get over there and it'd be like, the washing machine won't start. I'm like, well, what am I going to, I don't call a repair person, say a prayer. I don't, or I get over there and they go, oh, never mind. I just, I forgot I called you or something. I'd be like, what? Or they're having a drama. You wouldn't believe what someone said. I'm like, oh my God. I don't want to be in your drama, somebody's drama. It's because it's like, it's not your problem. Here's another one. If it's not your problem, it can't be your problem, because people create problems so that they can fix them. Unless they're asking you to help and they don't want to listen to your suggestions, then it can't be your problem. Or it can be your problem on Monday but today is your day. So don't let anybody steal your time or your energy. Especially family or kids. Like, they don't need to be around you every 5 minutes. All right. Love you so much. This was a really cool little group. And so we'll be on every second and fourth Saturday. I think the 9th, I have a class though. So the 9th of August. So I won't, if that might conflict with our class time, I'm sorry about that, but I'll be on but no, unless I have a class, we're always on the 2nd and the 4th Saturday, and I try to post it on my page to give reminders. Okay? This was really cool healing and really great group. Love you guys. Thanks for coming on, and I'll look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. Sending you love. Bye.